welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am unboxing Wassily Kandinsky from Craftology. So today is an unboxing of Wassily Kandinsky, which is a diamond painting that I bought from Craftology. I thought rather than just jumping straight in and doing the unboxing, I would just talk a little bit about Wassily Kandinsky. If you're not interested in this, you can always skip forward. So Wassily Kandinsky was one of the very first abstract artists, and he was born in Moscow in 1866, and as he was growing up he graduated at Krakow Odessa Art School. Once he had done that, he enrolled in the University of Moscow, where he studied law and economics. When he was 30 years old, he was offered a professorship, which he declined because he wanted to concentrate on his painting. His wife was not very happy and she left him. So he moved to Germany, he moved to Munich, and he was doing his painting. It turns out that Hitler wasn't a fan and he banned Wassily's artwork. In 1933 he moved from Germany to France and he became a French citizen in 1939, and he died in 1944, 3 days before his 78th birthday. So that's a very brief sort of rundown. It's actually quite interesting. If you Google it and look on Wikipedia, you can read a lot more about him. Quite an interesting guy. So at that time, very, very different type of art. A lot of people just did not get it. It took a while for it to pick up. So anyway, that is Wassily Kandinsky, and that is the title of this piece. So Craftology, a company I know pretty well now. I bought my very first diamond painting from them, and since then I have bought quite a few. So it comes in a box and has Craftology Premium 5D Diamond Painting Kit, Craftology logo, instructions: unravel canvas in small sections as you work, dip the pen tool in the wax to help pick up rhinestones, match the symbols on the canvas to the colours in the legend. And then we have features: recommended ages 10 to 99. Kit includes tools, wax, adhesive canvas and all rhinestones required. Craftology.com. So that's the website if you want to have a look. 100% satisfaction guaranteed, so if you have any problems, contact the customer service and they will do their best to help. So we'll get into it, I think. Try this end, I think, this time. Okay, so open it up and we get this black stuff. If I pull it out, you can see, in fact I'll just take it out, saves a bit of acrobatics. So it is actually a bag, has the Craftology logo and the canvas, and all the stuff is inside here. A drawstring on the bag, so we'll have a look inside, see what we get. Now I definitely enjoy doing brightly coloured diamond paintings, and that's why I went for this one. So just sliding out of the bag, so this is the canvas, this is how it comes, wrapped with a blue ribbon, and you can see there's quite a bit of colour in this one, and the drills and the toolkit, or the goodie bag, are inside the canvas, so we'll have a look at that before we open up the canvas. Now I'm sure that isn't all the drills. This is pretty big, this one. That's what you call drills. So I'm on a tilted table, so that's why it tried to roll away. So we have quite a lot, a lot of this colour, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. Just put it to the side. First things first, we'll have a look at the toolkit. We have a diamond painting pen that's trying to escape out the bottom of the bag. So we have a resealable bag. I'll just take everything out. Okay, we'll start with the diamond painting pen. Standard diamond painting pen, clear one, little bits of glitter in it, you can maybe see, but same old, plastic straw, single tip pen, totally standard. Sometimes, in fact most of the time, they come in pink, for anybody who's totally new and hasn't even bought a diamond painting yet. Most companies it's pink, so Craftology are doing clear ones, some companies do blue, and that's pretty much it. So we'll have a look at the squidgy since we're doing the pen. Nice pink squidgy. This goes over the pen. Sometimes they're kind of tight, but you can work it up over the pen and it gives you extra thickness. If you're diamond painting for a long period of time, some people start to, like, it feels uncomfortable because it's so narrow, holding it the same way all the time. So you slide this foam over the top, makes the pen a bit thicker, a bit more comfortable to hold. So some people would benefit from that. So that's the pen and the squidgy. Then we have tweezers. These are the basic tweezers. They are thin, they are pretty easy to bend. Sometimes when you get them, they don't match at the end. Sometimes they don't really, when you squeeze them, they don't really grip. But you can bend them, manipulate them to get them to work. These ones actually look okay, but once you get them working, they do work. But they are, I would say, definitely the basic tweezers. Pretty thin and easy to bend. Sometimes that's not a good thing. Then we have the pink wax, which comes in a little tub, so you can keep your pink wax in here, and it stops the wax drying out. It stops hair and dust and things sticking to the wax, so it keeps it nice and clean, so that's good. And then finally we have the diamond painting tray. Now I talk about this in every video, I think. These trays, because they have the angled sides, they flip. If you don't drop them, they flip very easily, so you have to be careful. You put some drills in, you're working on your diamond painting, you accidentally tap it, it will flip over really easily and spill the drills. So they'll end up on your glue, they'll end up on the floor. So the thing is to just be careful that you don't accidentally tap the sides. I'm pretty sure you will do it, I think everybody has done it, but you will learn not to touch it. Apart from that, it has the nozzle, so it's really handy for people that use Tic Tac containers to store their drills. This nozzle fits exactly inside the top of a Tic Tac box. I would say it's definitely better than the basic green ones that you get. I think I've got one here. Yep. So it is definitely better than this. Again, this has got the angled side, so they both have that problem, but it doesn't have a nozzle. It's a bit more difficult to pour drills back without them spilling over the sides, even if you put them into a round tub. So the nozzle is definitely a plus. So, and it's slightly wider than this one as well, which means that you can get more drills in the tray, which is a good thing, especially when you're doing diamond paintings this size. So I'll just put that one back. So that's the toolkit. Pretty standard really. The squidgy is a little extra. No multi-placer, but the wax is in a nice little tub as well. So now for the good part, we'll have a look at the drills. So this is the sort of extra bag. Put that out of the way. So the drills are square, so square drills, and they are in strings. So the way that these ones work is there are approximately 200 drills in each bag. They calculate how many drills you need for each colour, and they just multiply up the 200 and they add a few on top, so you have spares in case you have drills that have faults in them, misshapen drills, drills that are undersized, drills that have tabs on them. So all companies give extra drills. Again, for people who are new, don't think that they only give you exactly the number. They always give more. So if you find that you've got a few defective ones, it doesn't matter. So the number here is the DMC code, which is a standard way of numbering colours. If you buy a kit from any company and it uses DMC and you look for 959, if you have colour 959, it will look the same as this. The normal sort of classic one is 310. If you see 310, it will be black. It will always be black. The good thing about that is you can keep them as spares. If you're doing a future project and you run out of 959 and you have spares from this kit, you know that you've got them and you can use them in that kit. So it's a good thing to have DMC codes. Not all companies do it. Some just have blue and that's it. It doesn't have a DMC code, so you're not exactly sure which shade of blue it is. So DMC code's definitely a good thing. I don't know how many colours we've got in this one, but we'll find out. So when I get drills, what I do is I have a look at them in the bags. A bit more difficult with these small bags to try and move them around to make sure they're not sticking together. There's no oil in the bags, but you can see they are moving freely. And so this is how they work. It's basically 200, 400, 600, da 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 da, until you get past the number you need for the kit. I don't think I'm going to go through all of them. There are a lot, but we can have a quick look just to see how much colour is in this thing. Got a nice green. You have to be careful when you get them like this though, because it is very easy to lose one bag. So in this picture there are less than 200, 3340. So it's a good idea to put them in another bag. What I do is I use an 8 litre freezer bag, and I pick everything up and I put it in the freezer bag, tie a knot in it. And if I don't have a picture of it, like a key, sometimes they don't come with a key, this one does. What I do is I write a note and I put the note in the bag, and then I know these drills are for that kit. So I don't have like freezer bags with drills and I can't remember which picture they're for. So that is the small bag. And then we'll have a quick skim through the big bag. So again, it should have a glue strip down the side. We don't open at the end. The problem is trying to find the glue strip. one was more difficult than usual as I found it. So just a matter of peeling up and tip them out. And I just dropped a little pack there. So as you can see, quite a lot of colour in this one, and that's why I went for it. As I said, I do like diamond paintings that are brightly coloured, so this definitely fits the bill. Again, just picking things up at random, checking the drills are loose in the bags. Fine. As I said, I have bought quite a few from Craftology, so I pretty much know what to expect. So the first thing that I would have to do is get the key, which is this, and we'll see the thumbnail. So this is the actual picture. As you can see, a lot of colour, very bright, which is what I wanted. So it's a 60 by 80, so 60 centimetres across, 80 centimetres down. And then we have a little bit underneath there, basic instructions on how to diamond paint with some pictures. And then we have the key. So this is where we find out how many colours we've got. 50. So we have 50 colours in this one. And we have the number, which is just 1 to whatever it is, and then we have the symbol, which is what is on the canvas, and then we have ID, which is actually the DMC code, and we have no 310. It's quite unusual to get a diamond painting that has no black. The DMC code is always in numerical order, so it starts with the lowest number and it goes down to the highest number. It always works like that. And then we have the quantity. This is how many drills you need of each colour. It isn't how many you get, it's how many you need, so there will be extras on top of that. And then we have number of bags. So what I normally do is I just tip them out and I just pull up one. Okay, I just picked this at random. 3823. Now, as I said, the DMC codes are in numerical order, so I know this number is going to be down the bottom somewhere. So 3823, 7 bags. So what I'm doing is just checking that I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then what I would do is get a pen. Remember the number 3823, so 3823, and I've got 7 bags, so I would just check that. Then what I do is just keep picking the bags, the different colours, and check what I'm meant to have against what I've actually got. So you can see that somebody has already scored these, somebody has checked them, but it's always a good idea to check yourself. Things can go wrong, people can miscount, including you. So I always check them, and I would do this before I put them away. Check all of them, make sure that you've got all the bags. If you don't, contact Craftology, go through their website, contact customer service, tell them that you bought this diamond painting, you've checked the bags, and you are missing whatever it is you're missing. That is if you are missing. So far, touch wood, I have never been short of drills from Craftology, and I do have quite a few diamond paintings from them. But I still check them. I don't take it for granted that they're all there. I always check them. It's best to do it before you put them in a bag and tie them up, because it might be a while before you actually start doing this. And then you check it, and then you find out that you're short, and then you've got to contact the company when the drill's been posted. The worst thing is if you don't check and you're working on your diamond painting and you suddenly realise you're short of a colour. Then you're so far through your diamond painting, you might be close to finishing it, suddenly realise you're short of this colour. Then you have to contact them, they will send the replacements for free, but you still have that delivery time. Home Craftology are based in Australia, but I think, I'm not sure about this, but I think the drills are probably shipped from China. Either way, you've got that delivery time from China or Australia to get your drills to finish your diamond painting. So always a good thing to double check that everything is there, and then put them somewhere where you can keep them all together. As I said, I use a freezer bag. I would fold this up so it was like that, put the drills in, put this in so it faces the front, then I can see what it is without having to check anything else. So this is it. So this is this one is called Wassily Kandinsky, after the artist. So now I'm going to gracefully move these drills. The good thing about having them in these bags is that you can drop them on the floor in a heap and they aren't going to burst open, which can happen with resealable bags. You just have to be more careful with them. But the downside of these is you have to open the bags to get the drills, and if you don't have any other kind of storage system, you don't really have anywhere to keep them. Now you can work basically opening one bag at a time, but it is a very slow way to do it. You could cut the bag, pour out some drills, and then fold it over and tape it, but in the real world that is not a good way to work. A lot of effort. So if you get these bags, it is probably better to get some kind of storage system that you can put the drills in. So anyway, I'm going to gracefully dump these, and if you do that you have to be very careful. Like, there's a single bag, it can be quite easy for these things to slide underneath tables or chairs or whatever, and then you can't find them. So just be careful and be aware that you will probably have some single bags. And you see, I've got quite a few in this. Okay, now the good part. So as I said, pretty big diamond painting. I will not get the whole thing in the screen at one time. So tied up with a blue ribbon. Nice little feature, especially if you're sending someone a diamond painting as a gift. Comes already tied with a ribbon. Nice little touch. So I'll put that out of the way and we'll have a look. So just want to check, I thought there might be something else inside. So inside we also have this stuff, which is called butter paper. Home Craftology are the only company I know of that use butter paper, and what this is basically release paper. A lot of people don't like the clear cover and they remove it and they cover it in sheets of release paper. That is what I do, but I don't use butter paper. I use thicker, more heavy duty release paper, but it does exactly the same thing. Now, Home Craftology, this is really just a sample to let you try it. There's not enough to cover this diamond painting, absolutely nowhere near it. So you get a few sheets and you can see if you like using release paper. If you do, you can order it online from various places. Home Craftology, as far as I know, they do not sell this individually. They don't have it on the website. so you would have to find somewhere else. And all you do is search for release paper, and you can use it. I have already posted videos on how I used release paper. I'll post a link up here. So if you're not sure what release paper is, you can have a look. So we have some release paper, and we have more instructions on how to diamond paint. And if you have any questions, you have customer care at homecraftology.com. So if you're not sure about anything, you would contact them. Again, if you were short of drills or you had any kind of problem at all, you can contact them. They are very helpful, very friendly. So feel free to contact them. They definitely will reply. Unlike some companies, you can wait a long time, and sometimes with some companies you will never get a reply. But you don't have to worry about that with Home Craftology. They like to keep their customers happy, and they are extremely helpful. Okay, I'm just trying to think how I'm going to do this. Okay, we'll take it from the top, as they say. So here we have the size. We've got Home Craftology logo. It's a 60 by 80, as I said, SQ square. If it was round, it would be RD. And I'll just slide it and try and get as much as I can. I don't know why, but I've suddenly started to really get into these abstract paintings. I see them as just artwork. It's not like a a picture of something where you're sort of looking at the detail on whatever it is, if it's a cat or if it's a person or whatever it is. These large areas of the same colour and shapes and things, to me, work very, very well in diamond painting, because you're not looking at like skin tones and things like that. So I think they turn out really well. They're very bold and bright, which I like. So that's why I chose it. I like the combination of colours, so that's the main thing. And when you're looking at this, you're not really seeing what it's going to be like when it's finished. These colours, once the drills are on, the drills are much brighter than the colour on the canvas. I mean, you get a good idea what it looks like, but when it's finished, it will look so much better, and it will be, the drills glisten and shine. When you walk past, they sort of sparkle. That's why it's called diamond painting, and it will really stand out because of the colours. So the thing that I have to mention is the canvas. Home Craftology upgraded quite a few things actually since I started buying from them. The first thing they did was they switched to poured glue. Initially when I started, they were doing double-sided adhesive. The problems with that, or the potential problems with that, are creases and wrinkles and air bubbles, because basically double-sided adhesive is just a massive sheet of double-sided glue, like double-sided tape, but much stickier. And it was pretty common to get air bubbles just with the manufacturing process, and what you had to do was use a craft knife or a very sharp knife to slice the bubbles to let the air out, so the drills sat flat and didn't sit at different angles, because if they did that, you could see the lines, because those drills would be raised above the rest because of the air underneath, and the light would hit them at a different angle, and you would see these sort of lines that just didn't really fit. So they moved away from that. Some companies are still using it. You can work with it. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it's just a hassle that you're not going to have with poured glue. Poured glue, they pour the glue onto the canvas, so you get no air bubbles, you get no wrinkles or anything like that. So it's nice and flat, and that's why people like the poured glue. So it has the clear cover, which the poured glue always has. This is actually in 2 sheets of clear cover. There's a join in the centre, you can see. So there's 2 strips of clear cover on this. Now personally I would take this off and cover the whole canvas in release paper. As I said, I've done a video and I posted a link earlier. The other thing that they upgraded was the actual canvas itself. This canvas was rolled up. I haven't done anything to it, and you can see it's lying flat. It's self-flattening canvas. Now to me this is the biggest upgrade. To be able to just take a diamond painting out of a box, roll it out on the table and just start working on it is fantastic. So I think this is a really big move forward, and I would quite happily sit and slice air bubbles rather than having to try and flatten the canvases. So they've fixed both problems, so that's really good. The canvas itself is pretty heavy. It's different from the sort of normal canvases you see. It's got like a, I don't know what it is, some sort of, I don't know, I was going to say coating, but it's not a coating. I don't know what it is, but it makes the canvas a bit thicker, and I take it this is what causes it to lay flat. All you have to do is unroll it and lay it down, and if it isn't instantly flat, just leave it a few minutes and it just settles itself. It's really good. I really like this canvas. So we have 2 keys on this, on the canvas. We have one in the bottom left hand corner, so we have a thumbnail so you can remember what the picture is if you cover all of this over, and then you have your list or your key of all your colours and numbers. So the thing that I want to do is I'm going to peel the clear cover back just to get rid of the reflection, and we can have a close look. Now you have to be careful when you expose glue, it will stick to anything. So you can see the shine, that is the glue. You can see it is very sticky, and what we're doing is we're just having a close-up look at the symbols to make sure that the print quality is nice and clear, nice and clean, no misprints, no double prints, no faded print, nice and sharp, easy to read, and you can see no problems at all. Nice and easy to read, which is exactly what you want. So I'll cover it over again, don't want anything sticking to it. The more glue you expose, the more chance that something is going to stick to it, whether it's dust, pet hairs, that sort of thing, human hairs. I never realised that we lose our eyelashes so often until I started diamond painting. Every once in a while I would see a little hair and I think, what is that? And then eventually I realised it was eyelashes. So that is pretty much it, I think. It is, as I said, pretty big, 60 by 80. It's not going to be a weekend job, this one, but it is going to look really good. I really like the combination of colours and shapes. I know it isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I like to vary my diamond paintings and come up with just things that I haven't done before. I've been doing that for, I don't know, what, 2 years or something. And I'm still seeing things that I think, oh, that's different, that's different. That is the really good thing about diamond painting. You are never going to run out of ideas. If you have a specific subject that you like, for example cats, you'll find hundreds and hundreds of cat diamond paintings. Some people go for specific artists and they collect that artist's work, that sort of thing. I like to vary my stuff, so these abstract art ones are something that I haven't done, so I think I've got 2 now, but I haven't done any yet. So this will be appearing on the wall at some point. I'm not exactly sure when, because I have a few big projects that I'm going to be working on, but it will be sometime in 2022. So Wassily Kandinsky from Craftology. It's pretty big, not the biggest one that I've done, but it's definitely getting up there. As I said, Craftology, I have bought quite a few from them, and I haven't been disappointed yet. I do know the customer service are extremely helpful, so if you do have any questions at all, feel free to contact them. As far as this diamond painting goes, the big thing for me is this new self-flattening canvas. I really like that. Just take it out the box, unroll it, and that's it. No having to put it under your bed, under the mattress, or put books on top of it and leave it for a few days. Nothing like that. Just take it out of the box, put it on the table, and you're ready to go. Poured glue, they switched over quite a while ago now. I can't remember when it was, but they switched over. I was really pleased to see that. Poured glue, I think everybody prefers it. It's just easier for us, less chance of any problems, and obviously that's what we want, nice and easy, hence the self-flattening canvas. Not many companies do that. The kit, basic kit, the wax is in a little container, which is nice. Standard pen, squidgy to make it a little bit more comfortable. Tweezers, basic tweezers, they are usable, but not these ones, but just in general, when you get these thin tweezers, sometimes it takes a little bit of bending to get them to actually grip properly. But once you've got them set up right, I've had them where they mismatch in the tips and stuff like that. Just in general, I'm talking about just from any company. But they do work. After saying that, not many people use tweezers. Most people use the pens. I did for a very long time, and relatively recently I switched over and I use tweezers all the time for round and square, and I definitely prefer them to the pen. I know a lot of people will find that hard to believe, people who have tried the tweezers, but I find them easier and less hassle. You don't have to worry about filling up the wax all the time and all that stuff, and picking little bits of pink wax off your canvas. That's a thing of the past. So overall, really nice. The one thing is the bags, the small 200 bags. If you are new to diamond painting and you get a relatively big one, you're going to have to find somewhere to store the drills. It just isn't practical to work from these little bags, and if you are a hardened diamond painter, you will know that it takes time to cut these bags open, and it creates a lot of plastic waste. I spoke to Craftology about it, and they said that they are looking into switching over to resealable bags, but because of all the recent upgrades they've done, that is going to be on hold for a bit of time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future they will switch over to resealable bags, which personally I think are definitely the best way. If you're new, you can work from resealable bags. You don't need to buy any kind of storage system. It works fine from the bags. The other side is you don't spend forever cutting open bags. and ending up with a big pile of useless plastic at the end of it. So yeah, I don't know when. They didn't give any idea of time scale, but they are definitely looking at switching over at some point in the future. For me, the big plus, the big step they took was the canvas. It is definitely well above average, and the self-flattening is the thing that gets me. It's just being able to just pick it up, roll it out, and it just sits there. It's really, really nice. So, one final thing. When I ordered this, I wasn't sure about the name. I am not an arty person, really. So I googled the name and I found out who Wassily Kandinsky was. And when I was doing that, I actually tried to find this picture because I thought, would he have done a painting and just named it after himself? So I searched Wassily Kandinsky's artwork and I couldn't find this particular one. Now, I don't know if I just missed it because there are quite a few, but I don't know, I get a feeling this is a more of a in the style of Wassily Kandinsky than actually a Wassily Kandinsky painting. But I'm sure that somebody somewhere will let me know if I'm wrong, and I'm quite happy to take that on board. It's just that when I looked, I couldn't find it. So I think, as I said, it's more of a in the style of Wassily Kandinsky than an actual Wassily Kandinsky. So that's it. Not much else I can say, I don't think. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more unboxings, unbaggings, comparisons, accessories, just different things. If you're new to diamond painting and you're looking for hints and tips, I do some videos on all that sort of stuff as well. So if you're interested in seeing more of this sort of thing, please subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you will get a little notification when I put out a new video, and if I go live on YouTube. I do random YouTube lives. I'm actually never sure when I'm going to be on, like what day and what time. It's just when I can fit it in. But I like to go on and work on whatever project I'm working on at that time, and just chat to people who drop in, diamond painters from all over the world. Drop in and we have a bit of a chat, we get to know each other a bit better, find out where people are in the world, learn a little bit about where they live. I always find that interesting. I am initially from Scotland, as you can probably tell from the accent, but I now live in Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark. So there are a few things that I can talk about Denmark. Hans Christian Andersen is one of them. So if you're interested in dropping in just for a bit of a chat, please feel free. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.